Welcome to this video. I'm Grace Gallardo of PS Ed Math 3B, and we'll try to do a mathematical investigation using Polya's framework in problem set A, number 43. Pick any two consecutive numbers. Add them, then add 9 to the sum. Divide by 2. Subtract the smaller of the original numbers from the answer. Repeat the process with two other consecutive numbers. Make a conjecture about the answer and prove it. To make a statement clear, the definition of conjecture is an opinion or conclusion formed on the basis of incomplete formation. In able to make a conjecture, we'll use George Polya's framework of math investigation. Step 1. Understand the problem. We'll have to look for the problem's instruction and given. The problem states to pick of any two consecutive number and get their sum. Add 9, divide by 2, and subtract the smaller digit of two consecutive numbers. So, we'll form a conjecture with that instructions by listing the possible equations. Let's try it. I try to pick lower digits so it will be easier to investigate with. I pick 5 and 6. Their sum is 11. Added by 9 is 20. Divided by 2 is 10. The number to subtract from 10 is 5. Since it is the smaller number from two original numbers, so 10 minus 5 is equal to 5. The number that we have is 5. Let's try two more. I pick 6 and 7, so that they'll be in systematic order. Their sum is 13. Added by 9 is 22. Divided by 2 is 11. Subtracted by 6, the smaller original number is equal to 5. On the next trial, I pick 7 and 8. Added to each other is 15. Added by 9 is 24. Divided by 2 is 12, minus the smaller original number which is 7, and that is equal to 5. Let's do some observation within the three samples. The first two consecutive numbers are 5 and 6, which landed to the answer 5. The second two consecutive numbers are 6 and 7, has also an answer of 5. Same thing with two consecutive numbers 7 and 8. So the observation is that the answers were all 5. Let's move on to step 2, devise a plan. Now that we have observed the samples already, we are likely to form a plan on how to picture the problem itself. The approach of the strategy that we'll implement is by using a variable to model the problem. So from picking two consecutive numbers, the smaller one will be represented as x, and the number next to it, the bigger, will be x plus 1. Then we'll add them as stated from the instruction. X plus 1, that will be 2x plus 1, then added by 9. So it will be 2x plus 10, divided by 2, and subtracted by the smaller original number which is represented as x. It shall be equal to 5 since that was the observation we have conducted, and this will be our conjecture. Let's jump on to step 3, carry out the plan. So, what are we going to do is to apply the consecutive numbers that we have picked a while ago to test if it satisfies the answer 5. We have consecutive numbers 5 and 6, 6 and 7, 7 and 8, where x is the smaller original number. Let's start on 5 and 6. X will be 5. 2 times 5 plus 10 all over 2 minus 5. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 10 all over 2 minus 5. 10 plus 10 is 20. Divided by 2 minus 5. 20 divided by 2 is 10 minus 5. 10 minus 5 is 5. So our conjecture model has satisfied the answer 5. Let's try it on 6 and 7. X will be 6. So 2 times 6, then add 10 all over 2 minus 6. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 10 all over 2 minus 6. 12 plus 10 is 22 over 2 minus 6. 22 divided 2 is 11 minus 6. 11 minus 6 is 5. So our conjecture model here is again true. It satisfied the answer 5. Next, let's try it on 7 and 8. X will be 7. So 2 times 7 plus 10 all over 2 minus 7. 2 times 7 is 14 plus 10 all over 2 minus 7. 14 plus 10 is 24 over 2 minus 7. 24 divided 2 is 12 minus 7. 12 minus 7 is 5. So here, it satisfied the answer 5 again using our conjecture model. Now, let's try it on bigger numbers to test if it still satisfied the answer 5. I pick 127 and 128. so the x will be 127. 2 times 127 plus 10 all over 2 minus 127. 2 times 127 is 254 plus 10 all over 2 minus 127. 254 plus 10 is 264 over 2 minus 127. 264 divided 2 is 132 minus 7. 132 minus 7 is 5. So again, even if the two consecutive numbers are bigger, our conjecture still satisfies the answer 5. And for step 4, look back and reflect. From the problem, it states there to prove our answers if how they become all possible. Our answer is this conjecture. Let's answer why. We will have two questions to answer: why and how our investigation happened. First, is it always possible to have a number that is divisible by 2? The answer is yes. If the sum of a number and 9 is even, it will be divisible by 2. So the number that should be added to 9 is an odd number. Second, is it always possible to have an odd number to add up to 9 to make their sum even? The answer is yes. This odd number we're talking about is the sum of two consecutive numbers we pick. So whatever two consecutive numbers we'll pick, their sum would always be odd. Since none two consecutive numbers is both even or odd, it will always be odd plus even equals odd. And that is how we have investigated our problem. Thank you.